Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 2 of season 7, the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The last episode, our gang has entered pre-World War II New York. Prior to the founding of the SSR, prior to the founding of S.H.I.E.L.D. itself, and they're trying to figure out what the Chronicoms are trying to do in order to circumvent their future. So our gang has to go back in time and figure out how they can stop this, how to intercept them, how to prevent them from eradicating S.H.I.E.L.D. from existence. And we figured out what they were trying to do, and that was eliminate Hydra. They were going to kill the ancestor of Gideon Malik so that Hydra, as we knew it later in our day, that resulted in the forming of S.H.I.E.L.D., no longer existed, so that S.H.I.E.L.D. would no longer be needed, nor taken over, nor any of that. So now we got to save the Malik family line. That's fun. Anyway, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, you get early access. You can submit comments, questions, and fun facts for me to read at the end of these episodes. You can do all that over there as well. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And then I'll send it out of the way. Let's get ready to hop into episode 2, Know Your Onions? Here we go.
Previously on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The Chronicoms want to take Earth and fear only S.H.I.E.L.D. can stop them.
Oh yeah, I wanted to jump back on this Chronicom thing because I forgot the original leader of the Chronicoms wanted to go back in time and prevent the destruction of Chronica 2. The Hunters thought that because it got destroyed in the first place, they might as well have a backup first, and they wanted that to be Earth. They thought it would be better. They'll start there and always have a fail-safe for their planet as their first primary thing. So Earth is their target for Chronica 3. So, and S.H.I.E.L.D. obviously would put up the fight. They're the biggest threat on this planet to them. Not any of the Avengers, I guess. Not that they've been paying attention, I guess, in this. But anyway, that aside, that's why.
To save S.H.I.E.L.D.
We have to save Hydra.
Yeah, it is like this world has completely forgot that there are other organizations and heroes out there.
They're gaining on us.
This boat won't go any faster.
You gotta give them the slip.
Yeah, and we gotta lose them too.
He was like, wait, that's what I meant.
I'm going dark. Hold on.
Deke not knowing slang.
Where do we go now?
Gotta deliver the goods.
God, this has got to be so freaking weird.
It's like a telephone. Deke's an inventor.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Daisy?
That's a good way to cover it.
It's gotta be plugged into something.
Oh, really? Wise guy? I'm sorry. Well, thanks for the advice. I didn't realize I was talking to a freaking genius.
Oh, that's funny.
More booze? They kill you over this?
This is the highest grade giggle juice ever made.
Giggle juice.
If we're gonna protect you, you need to be honest with us.
We're not ankle pikers. We're bootleggers. Just like you. Take you anywhere you want to go.
Well played, Deke.
Let's get this show on the road.
But I don't think it's quite exactly giggle
The
juice.
future's gonna be mine.
Yeah. I wonder what that is. Maybe their first iterations of the super soldier serum or something like that, since this would be, well, this wouldn't be pre-Red Skull yet, would it? Based on his experimentations. Well, no, there wouldn't be a, never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot about Creepy May. Oh, we're rewinding to see what happened? Yeah, she probably thinks she's somewhere else and that everybody in here is a threat, I would imagine. So that's why she went on the attack, maybe?
If anything happens to Freddy,
We should be saved.
what did he even do to you?
You have no idea. It's not so much him. Well, I guess it is also him.
We came as fast as we could. We had to change.
And ran. In high heels, which isn't easy. I don't
No,
know
it
how
is
people do
not.
that, seriously.
I need to remove the bullet.
Just what I need, a dead body in here because some dame...
I'm a doctor, not a dame.
What's going on?
We found out why Freddy's the target. Last name Malik.
I do again, like I said last time, I do appreciate all the shit they have to deal with during this period. A lot of other shows that kind of do around with this, like, soft it up a lot, and I like that they just address it head on and push back against it in a nice, fun way.
I mean, think about all the future lives we'll save if there's no Freddie Malik.
We can't disrupt the timeline. If we take out Malik, something even worse could rise up in his place.
If you, I mean, you all might not even be together. You don't know what this will do to you with this type of time travel that's being discussed.
Can't we stay here a while? Be a good influence for him, change his heart?
Technically, that would still be killing the historic Malik, who
has no heart.
Yep, all very good points.
Coppers are swarming every gin joint looking for Freddy.
She's unconscious, but she's stable now.
Except for one, come in. Are you there, Enoch?
At least at the moment.
We're coming back. We need to find a way to reach Mac. They may be out of range.
Perhaps I can find a way to boost the signal on the radio.
He's like, what the fuck is this?
Agent May is awake.
We have no idea what kind of side effects or complications she'll have. You need to sedate her and put her back in the healing pod.
She does not seem to be in the mood to take orders.
Well, that's May for you. I'm hoping that she's just in fight or flight mode and thinks she's in danger here, and that she's not, like, possessed or taken over or anything.
Dr. Simmons has prescribed a sedative that... Ouch.
Why am I still here?
What exactly do you remember?
I fought my way through the spirit world, killed S.H.I.E.L.D, and then woke up in that thing.
Okay, well, we're handling this pretty well so far.
Dr. Simmons was able to save you using technology she had a considerable amount of time to develop.
How much time?
A considerable amount.
I love how vague they're being about the gap that took place between those events and her arriving.
You are far from home.
How far? Another galaxy?
Not exactly.
1931. You're in the year 1931.
I'm hungry.
Okay. Just taking it in stride.
Who's the buyer for all this?
I don't know. The meetup is 500 miles away.
It's a lot of miles. We don't have time for that.
Then why'd you have us unload this then?
So you can take the car and get out of here.
Oh, is this their payment, so to speak?
We're not leaving you. They don't want you to make this delivery, but we're gonna make damn sure you do. Let's go.
This is so Legends of Tomorrow, but better. And let's be fair. Legends of Tomorrow was just schlock comedy craziness. This is like legitimate sci-fi drama action stuff. So while similar, not exactly the same.
Inspection time already? Ask around. I run a very legitimate, illegitimate business.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Malik?
A couple days ago. He started hanging around with a bunch of
Canadian Mounties.
That would explain a lot.
What?
They came in a couple days ago. Gave me the heebie-jeebies, so I,
Shit.
Give him the bum's rush back to Moose Land.
Oh, that's creepy.
I'll have another drink.
Would you gentlemen care to...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Knock her out!
Fire in the hole.
Other than the theatrics, what's the point of doing that?
If you find that no good bum, you tell him not to show his sour puss around here again.
Yo, you better. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Yo! You can't tell me it was the heels. Why? They even slowed it down. So she chose to let that happen. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? With the shrike, and then this, and then the gun, and then the ha, and the ha. My God. I don't care how slow you are in heels, you're still fast enough to catch that bottle at that distance. There better be a good reason for that, or I'm gonna lose my shit. Can we get Move the whole damn crate away.
They found the getaway car.
Thank God, saved.
Where's Freddy? I'm a friend of his father's.
What were you really giving him?
He's just a kid. Whole life ahead of him.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Germany 6 times in the last year. It's now 1931. I need some alcohol. 90 proof or better.
I like the way this bird sings.
I'm a biochemist, not a bird.
Stop with your blatant sexism.
We also need some salt, some cork, something made with silver.
Oh, what is she doing? What's she testing?
Let's hope it's not what I fear.
I'm willing to bet it's the super soldier serum. Like the first iterations of it that what's his face was developing with Red Skull, that tested on Red Skull, then he left and defected, and then they made the perfected version for Steve.
They should have found a way to contact us by now, unless Malik did something to them.
There is no puzzle I cannot solve.
Oh God, is she going out onto the mission? She overheard the Malik bit. I really thought she was like possessed or something, like she was like, or something, the way they framed it. But I guess it was just confused and scared about the situation. Maybe not scared, but confused and on the defensive. Her last moments was dying. But now I'm kind of curious if it goes either way still.
Must be real smart.
I don't know if I'd say smart, but I guess there's not really another word for it, so yeah, I guess I am.
I got dreams. When this job is done, I'll be sitting pretty.
From a few bottles of booze? You sure that's all this is?
Whatever it is, it's not like it's gonna change the world.
Yeah, Sure. You almost fall for that sob story. I mean, it probably is, a lot of it's true, but...
She really knows her onions.
Oh my God. I was wondering how the title of this episode would come into play, and I've never heard that phrase.
You could have stopped that bottle from hitting the ground.
I didn't see it.
Wait, what?
My mistake, I thought you did.
I also
You were staring
did.
straight at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't move. I froze.
Why?
Maybe that thing inside me, the Shrike, maybe messed me up.
I know what it is.
Oh. So just fear and hesitation?
By heating the compound inside an alcohol-based solution, I was able to produce a decomposition
We don't need to
reaction
know, just
separated
tell
by
us
latent-
how. Yes, just thank you.
The compound is part of a formula that first appeared in Germany during World War II.
I think you're half-cocked on the moonshine.
It was synthesized by a German scientist named
Yeah,
Abraham Erskine.
there it is. Yeah.
I don't like where this is
The
going.
initials, the
And first used by a
prototype.
man named Johann Schmidt.
Yep, Red Skull.
Freddie Malik is about to deliver the key ingredient used to create the super soldier serum.
You give a name like that to your juice, it better have a hell of a kick.
You have no idea.
It kicks pretty damn hard, I'll tell you that. And it can do it all day.
Tell me why you're snooping through my goods?
I need to know who and what we're dealing with.
Can you hear me?
They're in trouble.
Oh, she went to go suit up.
I need to be in the field.
You are in no condition to leave. Certainly not in your 21st century attire.
I wasn't asking for permission.
You have not been yourself of late.
Yeah, she's acting really strange.
The only complications you need to worry about are the ones you'll suffer if you don't tell me where they are.
Wait. Chronicom took her face. That's what I'm calling right now. She's being so robotic, she doesn't feel. Given she did get impaled in a dimension in where she couldn't feel anything. She couldn't bleed, she couldn't die, she was like locked. So I don't know if this is lingering effects of whatever from the dimension in which she was impaled in, but she came through, she was feeling, she was crying, she was dying. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. And they resuscitated her, or maybe it has something to do with the technology or whatever it was that Simmons used to bring her back, or there's hunters on board and they've already just snatched her face.
If we don't stop him, he's gonna build up Hydra and create the Red Skull.
Well, you have to let him.
Hydra, Red Skull, Super Soldier Serum. Sounds like something out of the funny papers.
Yeah, well, there's nothing funny about it.
We can't stop it.
Yes, we can.
I mean, we shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mac is the director, and he doesn't have all the information.
Daisy, Yo-Yo.
Uh-oh.
Do you copy?
She doesn't want you back.
Oh, no. What happened to Enoch?
Where are you?
Oh, okay.
What about Mac and Deke?
There's no need to worry.
Never mind.
I'll find them myself.
No, don't leave Rebecca.
What the fuck? Maybe she's just being impulsive after being out of commission.
Where's Freddy gonna end up?
I'm not telling you anything unless you take me along. Freddy's my responsibility too. I want answers. If you want to help your friends, that's my price.
Well, shit. Gotta alter a little history, I guess. Or maybe this was always part of the history. We don't know.
They are on a train.
Wow, great deduction.
The target is Wilfred Mallet. If we succeed, there will not be any S.H.I.E.L.D. in the future. And those who have followed us here will be out of time.
I deliver open bottles. What's that say about me? That I'm a snoop?
You're not curious?
You already opened one.
Curious to get you killed faster than trust.
Let's just get him there and be done with
Filled
it.
it with something else.
Right?
No one will ever know. Step aside, Freddy.
I would not take your eye. Yeah, I would not have taken my eyes off of him. You guys made a dumb move there.
Just let me do my job, and we can all go home.
I'm sorry. I cannot let you leave this ship.
Yeah, she's 100% a Chronicom right now. Just look at the way she's moving.
Pull that trigger.
No, I may not have an intestinal digestive system, but I am very capable of applying pressure.
Oh my god. Like, May's typically pretty robotic, but whoa! I guess we're getting to figure out how he took out all those agents before. Or maybe not. Something's weird about her, though.
Since we are at war, I took the opportunity to upgrade to the hunter-level combat skill package. No need to make this personal.
Okay, I guess not. Then what is it? Is it just psychological? Is it like being left behind, not having use, having just died, and needing to be back out there? God damn. She better not kill Enoch.
May!
Oh.
Stand down.
You're not Sarge.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so it is May.
You're not Coulson either.
Well, yes and no. Aren't you at all surprised?
Not anymore.
I was dead.
You still are.
What the fuck? Yeah, whatever she went through fucked her up.
She wasn't even phased when she saw you. Don't you think that's a little strange?
Yes, a lot of this is very strange.
Agent May is clearly malfunctioning.
Okay, at least Enoch's seemingly okay.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Koenig.
This is a rocket ship. This is a real life.
Do they even have rocket ships yet?
A robot. Is that a robot?
I'm a Chronicom. If you'll excuse me, I must go fix my face.
You're all Martians.
Feels like it sometimes, but no, we're not Martians. And now, Mr. Koenig, if you kindly take us to hell.
What a phrase after all of this.
Our job is to protect you.
The lady who asked me to do this, she knew my father, and she's giving me a chance to be something.
That don't mean shit.
She never could. They ain't gonna kill me unless I do something stupid.
I mean, they might be the reason he's dead versus the story you got. Oh, nice! Nice, fast, quick, opportune strike there.
Freddy and his family will be responsible for thousands of deaths in the future.
No, that ain't Freddy.
Well, it's not now, but it will be.
You can't blame someone for something they ain't done yet.
Ooh, yep. We can entertain that moral quandary right now.
The time window is closing. It means in 17 minutes the Zephyr will leave this time period with or without us.
And you're just telling us this?
I didn't know.
Yeah,
There's no way
wait,
to predict
what?
when the next launch window will open.
Daisy, reach out to Mac, tell him we're coming in hot.
Real hot.
We have no time. Freddy is not what he seemed. He is very dangerous. You have a gun?
Yeah, it's Freddy's.
Oh.
Take a shot.
Oh, Daisy, what?
We can't pass up this opportunity. He's Wilfred
Wow.
Malik. He's going to be a major player in Hydra, and if you kill him right now, you will save thousands of lives.
Yo, what the hell?
He's just a kid.
Mac's in danger, so just do it, Deke. Take the shot.
Doing that all on her own.
Satisfied?
Oh, found it.
What is that, Freddy?
His name is Wilfred. That ring any bells?
It rings them all.
Yeah.
Wilfred Malik. Father of Gideon Malik.
I ain't no father. What are you talking about?
Head of Hydra.
Oh, that rung a bell.
I have orders to kill him.
Whose orders? I'm the one who gives the orders here.
Yeah. He is the director, right? So what are you gonna do?
She told me what he becomes. All the blood that he's gonna spill.
I never hurt anyone. Please.
Hold on. Real quick. I just want to say, we know that he's the father of Gideon Malik, right? We know the role that Gideon plays in all of this. And he knows he's working for Hydra, at least is aware of what that is. Maybe not what we know it to be, or what is even known publicly or within their organization up to this point right now, depending on how much compartmentalization is going on. He, like they said, is a thread that needs to be pulled to extinguish that. He prevents, maybe he's being punished for the sins, one, maybe that he does in fact commit later, or just that, I mean, like you said, I don't ask any questions. He's just doing this to try to, like, you know, get ahead in life, deal with the cards that he's been dealt, and get, you know, try to, like, make a name for himself, to get back into the world in any kind of way. And a lot of times you'll just kind of do whatever you can to do that. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad kid, like they've all said. They've been here with him. They've gotten to know him a little bit, at least what his personality is like. So he's like almost being, like Kennedy said, he's being punished for crimes he hasn't committed yet. And we also, I don't know that we have confirmation that he commits any of those crimes himself. That could be all his son. But that's all things that he could have set up because he does this job, he gets it through, he gets it done, and then he gets brought into Hydra even deeper. And then it goes from there. You know, it's just like right now, what would you do? What would you do? It's the whole thing with kill Thanos before he becomes Thanos, or kill, you know, the big H before he becomes the bigger H, or whatever, you know? Like there's a go kill baby H or whatever. You know, that whole story, to prevent all the untold disasters of that. But then you're killing a child, a baby, all that kind of stuff. And then the comfortability of that. It's an interesting moral quandary that we're in at the moment, and that's being thrust upon our gang right now. Oh, okay. But, like they said, if you do call your butterfly real hard, you don't know what your future's going to like or how it will affect you all.
This is now an extraction.
If this isn't a multiverse thing anymore and you are now affecting your own time stream, you could erase yourselves if you're not careful. Or not. Either way, you don't know what that's going to result in. It could be worse than what you found yourself in before.
All right, then. Let's get ready to roll.
Hell yeah. Then again, every mission, every decision you make is playing with unknowns. You talking about your guns? Yeah, he is. Let's go. Mac is something else, man. Yeah, he's gonna take it and run. What the is it out of ammo, or does it only work when in their hands? Like a biometric thing?
Are those the Martians? Yes, those are the Martians. Stay low.
Where's Freddy? Freddy!
You know, Daisy, you can blow his ass apart right now.
3.5 minutes.
To what?
To the Zephyr jumps to the future.
It's a time window. We learned about those in class today. Any ideas?
How quick you run?
There we go.
This should be clear. This was a rescue mission, right?
Well, we lost track of him.
Don't do it, son.
Oh,
You're a good kid, Freddy, but don't make the same choices your dad made.
I'm going to be somebody, not a coward like him.
Listen. You and I.
Or they kill Koenig, and that changes in our timeline.
Freddy, you're a lot of things, but you're not a...
Well, there it is.
You don't know me. You don't know nothing.
Well, there it goes. He got away.
Hydra will rise. S.H.I.E.L.D. will form.
We can still eliminate those who are here.
Another time. The window's closing. We need to go.
Oh, they need to leave too. Guess that makes sense. They're riding the same waves.
They're gone.
We have 2 minutes.
Let's go.
Back.
Go.
But Koenig might not have been mortally wounded there. I mean, that is like a rough shot.
He shot me.
Oh,
Can
shit.
you believe it? Not even a good shot. Nothing
Enoch's
damaged
out
except
here.
my faith in humanity.
Okay, well, there we go.
We're running out of time. Did you find Freddy? You need to get back to the ship now.
Get out of here, you old metalhead. I'll be fine.
For a second, I thought he was gonna stay, and then like all of the different Koenigs we see are actually Chronicoms. I don't know. That would have been fucking hilarious.
What happened? We just secured the rise of Hydra in the Malik dynasty.
Yeah, it's a real banner day.
Where's Enoch?
He's on his way.
We only have 30 seconds until we jump.
Oh wait.
We need to close the door now or the ship could be torn apart.
Oh, we're gonna have to leave him. Maybe that does happen then. Run, Enoch, run! Oh no. What does this mean? Well, I mean, he could take the long way around, I guess, right? But he wouldn't know where they're gonna be next either. Well, that sucks. I mean, it's not like he hasn't been prone to be waiting around till God knows when. Well, fuck. Before. It's not new. Oh my God, is he a bartender now? Yep.
It is my specialty. I call it a barraculada.
That's a damn fine concoction. You're hired, but I have a couple of conditions. First, I want to know more about this S.H.I.E.L.D. outfit. I feel like I could be a help there.
Oh, fun.
Indeed, you will, as will this fine establishment.
I want to know all there is to know about robots.
Chronicoms.
Maybe he learns from him and then
Whatever
builds
you
his
call
own.
yourselves, I find it fascinating.
As will your grandchildren.
Oh.
My grandchildren.
Wait.
Enoch. This looks
Interesting.
like the start of a marvelous
What? Oh my God, the Koenig mystery never fails to continue on. All right, fun episode. Hey, it goes to show that, you know, I don't know, like, he did what he did. He shot him, and maybe he was putting on a front or whatever. Maybe I'm just giving him too much of a benefit of the doubt. Obviously, knowing where that road eventually leads, you know, it does leave a lot of things kind of open to a little bit of interpretation. But part of me wants to think that, like, he chose the dark path because the dark path was the only one he felt that was laid before him. Because, like, it seemed like, and Deke was like, I kind of relate with the guy. I've been in similar positions, even with his own father, and the disagreements of the misunderstanding of all of that there, and the expectations, the world that he grew up in, and the way that he had to try to adapt. I do like that imperative, that there was not everything inherently evil about where he went, but the choice had to be made, and just because right now he's maybe not as bad as he could have been, he ends up maybe becoming the guy that obviously kicks off everything. You know, obviously they secured the future, they maintained it, he made the delivery. Hydra now will form. It's a certainty. But it's kind of funny in that way how that all played out. Because again, it is a lot of things you don't know. When you make the call before somebody has made the choice yet. And very well, he could have just been good at playing people. He could have been good at putting up a mask because, I mean, he shot Koenig, but he also shot him in a place that left him completely fine. Because shot him in the head, shot him in the heart, shot him anywhere else. But he left him alive. So there's that question mark. But cascading things will continue to do so or snowball. And maybe all these choices to become the man he wants to be corrupts him more and more and more and more every day until he eventually becomes something indistinguishable from who he was in this moment. And that's true of everybody. We're always evolving, we're always changing, and it all at the end of the day is boiled down to our choices. And I think that's interesting in this as well. And I hope there's a dialogue, I hope there's an exchange between Mac and Daisy about her trying to unilaterally go against the director's orders. She was choosing the greater good. It was like, I don't care what future we wind up in. I don't care what happens. Take him out. And like they said, we don't know what effects that could have. It could give rise, the absence of Hydra could have given rise to something worse in its place. At least it's an enemy we know. And while we think it'll prevent all these deaths, XXX, and yes, he would eventually, inevitably, down the dominoes of life, be responsible for all those deaths and stuff like that. We don't know if it's going to be worse or not. There's no way for us to know. But I get where she's coming from. It's the Hitler question. It's the Thanos question. It's like what would you do if you could go back in time? And then what long-standing effects would that have? I think that's kind of interesting conversation to have here, because we went here too, and this is not just the creation of Hydra itself, but the creation of the Red Skull. And inevitably, if this didn't happen, that also wouldn't have created Captain America. The ingredient to make that initial concoction that did go into the Red Skull would not, if they didn't make that progress, if they didn't test these results, if they didn't go down that path, we would have never had a Captain America. It's another one of those things where, sure, maybe these things wouldn't have happened, and without Hydra, without S.H.I.E.L.D., without all these other things and these invasions and the poking, the prodding of us into the multiverse or just into these planes of a reality outside ourselves, and without S.H.I.E.L.D., without that, without World War II, without all these different facets, maybe we would have lost the war. Maybe, Howard would have never created the S.H.I.E.L.D., never would have, gave birth to Tony, and, then the Earth would have been weak and undefended for when Thanos did come. There'd be nobody there to defend it, except maybe a small few that would have inevitably been unaffected by these ripples, and it just would have been destroyed, wiped out completely, because the conditions, as horrible as they are what are necessary to build our world into the powers that it would eventually be. It's that strife, it's that conflict, it's that pushing back against this great evil that conditions the world to be ready for something worse. And I think that's one of the things too about the whole like Steve going back in time at the end of Endgame thing, because if it, like this, he is in his own time stream. He didn't go to another world and live out a different time. He had always been there. He had always been the guy with Peggy by the end of it. And he lived out his life in old age so that he would be here on this day knowing that that's when he left to hand over the S.H.I.E.L.D. And he just never interacted with everything. And knowing how everything played out and how everything needed to play out, changing all of those terrible things, going back in time, knowing Bucky's alive, but not going to intervene, would rob the world of Bucky, would rob the world of this necessary piece of the puzzle, or as Tony's parents, or whatever tragedy he would try to circumvent, would allow the world to die once Thanos came. It's another one of those conversations, with the knowledge that you have about the path that you're on. And maybe the flip side of that would be like, well, he's got this knowledge. He doesn't have the know-how though. He can't go back and be like, oh, now we got this and we got to do this, or give the idea or whatever. And maybe we can build up and still do this in some way. But without the Hulk, without Banner, without Tony, without the Iron Man suit, without the Super Soldier Serum, without Winter Soldier, without all these other things, we wouldn't have been playing with the deck that we needed to whenever the time came. I don't know. I just think it's one of those interesting things how, you know, things play out in the way that they're meant to, no matter how terrible they sometimes end up being. Because, yeah, you don't know. You could create something wholly worse. The thing is, you're rolling the dice. You're stomping out one evil, and like I said, another one could take its place, or that could just make the world ill-prepared for something else, some other threat that comes later that you can't predict. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to accept life. And then there's also the question of what does that mean for the future when you go back? It's not going to be anything like you saw. You won't know it. And your role and your place in it's going to be completely different as well. And there's also the question of like, how does this affect them when they're affecting their own time stream in the way that it didn't happen before? But in this vein too, we have Enoch being left behind and impacting the Koenig line, and also just flirting with that whole idea now too that are they all robots? Are they Chronicoms? Are they made with Chronicom technology? Or is he just interested? Or is it just, it's just fucking insane, dude. It's so funny that they found a way to bring that whole shenanigans back into play. But fun episode. I love the play, the discussion. May, we don't know what's going on with her. So she's not been replaced because she's got her memory. She knows what's going on. I think she's just, because she came back from that and she's healed, I think whatever she felt or experienced on the other side is just lingering. She says she's having trouble feeling anything, and she is acting very detached, very emotionless. Has she been taken over? Is there something possessed her? Something came back with her from the other side? Or is it just that lingering feeling of nothingness from the void of that other world? Or does it have anything to do with the technology that Simmons implemented? Is this some combination of all of that? Because I was starting to think that maybe she had been replaced, but then there's a whole thing with Coulson, with Sarge, the questions there. But she was acting very stiff, very robotic in a way that's more unusual for May. And the way that Ming-Na can just play that, those subtle body movement choices and her, like the way she talks, her body language, the way she is so like robotic in a lot of ways. Like it just raises so many fucking questions. But speaking of questions, let's head to Patreon. Silver Tier Moon, both May and Yo-Yo seem to be malfunctioning in their own ways. Why? That is a good question too with Yo-Yo. She froze. This time of something we don't even know why. Other times it was like, oh, it was just, she just didn't, she chose not to do anything. She's like, no, I saw it, but I couldn't do anything. I froze. It's like it's got to be something from the other side. The fact that she was so close to be, well, she was Shrike-ified. She was taken over, but somehow they brought her back. Her insides should have been chewed out. She should be dead. Like, lo and behold, no, she should be dead. But yeah, something caused her to actually physically hesitate in that moment. She locked up, she froze. Maybe it made her think of that moment to where she could have done something before. Maybe it's something to do with the Shrike-ification that took place. Something similar between her and May, and I don't quite understand it. I forgot that Enoch had upgraded to be to the hunter training package. I just thought he was previously a hunter who was reassigned to archaeology and retained the fighting skills. That was a hell of a fight. That was a pretty damn good fight. And it goes to show if he can go toe-to-toe like with May like that, alongside with his own strength, and the fact that she didn't have that and still was able to win that fight after what he did to all of those hunters is crazy. But it shows why that happens. The future of Hydra and Malik family is secured. Yay? I love that, the way you wrote that. The key component to the super soldier serum is on its way to Germany to Dr. Erskine and Johann Schmidt. However, the ethical dilemmas of time travel will continue to dog our friends. Koenig was probably my favorite through the entire episode, from disbelief to confusion to wide-eyed wonder and curiosity, especially all the mention of his future grandchildren, and oh doubt they'll be inspired by Grandpappy to join S.H.I.E.L.D. and explore robotics. We're lucky it was Enoch that got left behind. No offense to Fitz's best friend, but he will at least survive however long until the next time window. Exactly, true. This isn't the first time he's gone the long way around. When and where do you think the team will jump to next with Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. established? That could possibly be the next thread to pull. Well, with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra now established, I guess, again, I'm still waiting on the connection to Agent Carter. So I'm thinking if we're going, maybe we're going to go up the time stream. So maybe we'll jump ahead 10 years and then we'll be playing around in the same time frame as Agent Carter a little bit more closely. It'll still be a little bit before, I think. And then from there, or maybe just even further, maybe into the establishment of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now the S.H.I.E.L.D. is already a thing and we get to see them establish S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that would be kind of cool. But that's probably my next guess, is we're going to be working our way up through history. That would make the most sense given the fact that the Chronicoms are looking for a way to dismantle S.H.I.E.L.D. from the inside out before it's a threat to them in the present. What even is the present when you're time traveling, though? Anyway, can't wait to see your jaw drop next week when you see something that was almost spoiled for fans by one innocent rap photo. I'll explain more on that next week. Till then, happy watching. Oh, did they almost fuck up? Did they almost fuck up and ruin ruin something for everybody? Damn, interesting. Let's see. We got Christopher Simeon. At the start of season 3:16, we actually see Freddy's funeral. So we knew about his character since then. He didn't just have a name. Something interesting to think of. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that. Is about Koenig last episode said Freddy's father did not have debt from stock market crash. Then he jumped out the window. He somehow paid it off, but still jumped, which leads me to believe that he didn't jump. That's a good point. There's a lot of questions I have about that. I think the story that Freddy knows is not, I think it's very clearly not the true story, or at least the whole story, which is interesting. The Council of Nine from Agent Carter was responsible for the market crash, so it seems most likely those people wanted Malik's family in debt and serving their goals. Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that little tidbit. This is never confirmed, but it makes the most sense. My question is, should or shouldn't they change the timeline like Daisy tried to get Deke to do, even if that means they lose their timeline? I think it's best, as terrible as it might be, to let, I don't know, man. It's disgusting to say to let all of that play out. But like at the same time, there's so much uncertainty on the other side of that. Of how, because that's a pretty big wave to send through the time stream. A butterfly effect that would have untold ramifications on everything. Like, just because you save all those lives that he was responsible for, it doesn't circumvent the opposite or guarantee that things don't get worse. So I feel like I would probably preserve the future, at least that I know. Unless it was something like what we saw in the future where Earth was destroyed, something like that change. But like, I don't know, it's hard to like really kind of answer that question, which is why the team was on, I mean, rightly so, like on very different aspects and sides of what to do with that. They didn't all agree about how to handle that. So I'm going to say in this instance, probably not. Probably not. Because I mean, it wouldn't, I mean, Steve was a major player in the war in the MCU. And we don't know that this would have caused us to lose the war as a result. You know, because it goes beyond just the ripples of this effect on everything else. You know, and I don't know. Like I said, it could just end up worse. Because if you follow that thread, yes, sure, Hydra is a problem. But if you pull that thread too, that goes back to us and how all of that benefited us. And then the long-standing ramifications, again, as terrible it is, of Operation Paperclip and how that advanced Western society in an insane way, both medically and technologically. Like, it's one of those things where you have, like, the ramifications and the long-standing effects of World War II, like, is insane what it did and caused as far as, like, not just terror, but progress as well, which is the crazy thing to really get into. And then it's the debate of, well, was that progress worth all of that death, destruction, and loss and all this kind of stuff? And I mean, a lot of lives today would not be saved without a lot of crazy shit that happened. It's like there's a never-ending moral dilemma when you're looking at history like that, you know? And it can make you sick sometimes thinking about some of that, you know? And it does. Like, I've thought about it. I've pondered these ramifications before, like on these documentaries about this, and then how certain horrible acts in history led to some major discoveries. And it's just, is the current good worth the fucking horrific shit that led to it? It's just like, I'm making myself sick, honestly, talking about it. And that's one of the things where you just kind of have to not think about it. But we probably should think about it. I don't know. Anyway, KDB, Enoch, no! Good thing he doesn't age. But now he has to wait who knows how long to catch up with the team. Although if anyone's good at waiting, it's the guy who stood next to Fitz's cryo chamber for 100 years. What time period do you expect the team to jump to next? Mentioned that earlier. I think we'll be either in or during or just slightly after the events of Agent Carter. I think that's probably where we'll go next. Like 5 years into the future, 10, like maybe not that crazy, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years maybe, I think would be an easy guess. Because I think if we're following this thread and they're looking for another one that is linked to S.H.I.E.L.D., that's the next place, whether it be at the SSR or Baby S.H.I.E.L.D. Because like they said, S.H.I.E.L.D. has now been established. Like the thread they had the opportunity to pull is gone, and they said S.H.I.E.L.D. still gets established. Also, Hydra still gets established. So it's probably going to be post-Agent Carter then, I guess. Theoretically. Then we got Cyber here as our last comment for this one. Poor Enoch, he's getting the Fitz treatment of taking the long way across time. Any thoughts on what's the deal with the time windows and how both Chronicoms and our team are forced to jump with those windows into those time windows? I'm assuming it has to do this time travel, as far as these pointed jumps are probably like wormhole specific. So it's a connecting of time and space that is defined specifically through the timing of these openings, these gaps, and they only go in certain places at certain times. That's my guess on how it works right now. Like when you're open, they can't choose when and where or what time windows open, or maybe somebody else is making that call. I don't know. But somehow, yeah, they are both kind of aware of that, which I'm wondering how that's the case. So I really don't know. I don't really have a really strong theory on that right now. I actually don't know the answer to that because I haven't seen the show in ages and I don't remember. But I remember thinking back to that maybe it was the Legends of Tomorrow's Fixed Point in Time, where there was a whole episode about people trying to stop World War II, and we get a surprise appearance of an old villain in yellow. And I thought it would be time that maybe these time windows are windows of opportunity to make changes that can affect the River of Time the most. Whereas changes happening before or after that window yield little to no consequence until the next time window. Almost like a snowball that's gathered enough momentum to tumble downhill and can only be stopped when the slope is less steep, or else continue to tip over and start tumbling again. I mean, I guess right now all we can really do is speculate, but I like that. Like the fixed point episode. It's another thing that comes up in Doctor Who a lot. There's a lot of things that are fixed and cannot be changed. And they kind of tackle that in some way, shape, or form. And I like that. That was a pretty cool episode. That one you're talking about is Legends of Tomorrow. I actually referenced Legends in this episode. But yeah. What is the deal with Agent May? Is it Agent May? That's a good question. I have no idea right now. I posited a bunch of theories. We're just going to have to wait and see. We were worried that she had died, but either the spirit realm or Simmons' revival juice seemed to have had left her dead inside. What am I getting? Deja vu from Lazarus Pit? Arrow right now. Loving the Arrowverse references, but yeah, there's a little bit in there right now. No bloodlust yet. No bloodlust yet, which is good. What's your stance on the whole Freddy situation? Would you have taken the shot? Personally, I don't think I would have. Not because I think Freddy is innocent and hasn't done anything yet, but because this is one of those situations like going back and censor baby blah blah. Yeah, like I was talking about. My fear would be that now you know the worst that has happened so far. What makes us believe that changing the timeline where thousands of people died doesn't change it into a timeline where millions died? Or a paradox situation where you're in a timeline where time travel hasn't been invented yet, like in Arcane. Yeah, like I said, like it's just like, fuck, it's like the history we know, the outcome we know. And it sucks, but it could suck even harder. You don't know. You know, like I said, in this world, preventing the super soldier serum from existing, sure, it prevents Hydra being born, or it prevents Red Skull from being made, but also prevents Captain America from entering the fray, from existing. And then what that eventually inspires, and then how that snowball cavalcades into building the Avengers, to inspiring S.H.I.E.L.D, to inspiring the world, to building up this against this threat that inevitably comes. Removing all of that, all of those terrible events that were necessary to create our heroes would have, again, like I said, in this world, barring our world, who knows? But barring the MCU world, the world would have been ill-prepared for when anything outside of our planet showed up. And we would have been easily taken over. We wouldn't have had the Defenders of Earth and all that shit, you know? It's one of those things. I don't know. On that note, if you have the power to travel through time once in and out, but only once, would you travel back and forth to the past or to the future? How far would you set the clock in the calendar years? What's your singular action that you would do or take with you to optimize that one trip? Oh God, I don't know. That's a wild fucking question. Like I said, like, I don't know if I would want to go back and like really change anything. Like nothing massive. I mean, maybe go back and like in a way that might not change my present or not change my history too much. Maybe go back with like a lottery ticket for like after I've gotten the numbers for an upcoming lottery or something like that, and then take the ticket back in time, or go back and like establish a bank account or put stock into something that I would only get access to maybe in the coming weeks, in the present day or something like that I knew paid out. And then, I don't know, something like that I think would be kind of interesting. Just something to benefit me, something selfish like that, because I think that it's harmless and it's safe. Like time travel, like the thought of it's wondering, it's fun. Like going back to these periods, getting to see some of these things that you never got to see is a lot of fun. But a lot of it terrifies me in the way that like you could drastically and epically fuck up everything. And you have no idea what effects that would have. And I feel like that's the safest way to just kind of like, and then come back and be like, hey, okay. But then you said travel only once. So I'd be stuck, I guess, right? Is that, well then I don't know, maybe the same thing, just a little bit further back. But then am I stuck with a duplicate of myself? That's the question about this. We've never seen them duplicate themselves as a result of this, because now we're entering our own time streams, because we enter into a time where we already existed. Now we have doppelgangers running around of ourselves, and then what happens there? Then it gets real scary. Then it gets real dangerous, and then it gets real messy. So, I don't know. Maybe it's an interesting question that I don't really know if we have the time to ponder right now. I like my little thing with the whole, like, let's just set myself up for profit. But if you want to go into the, like, oh, what makes the least effects? I mean, the only thing I could do is go before I would be born or after to where I haven't been yet, if I wanted to avoid that. But, because if it's just one way. Okay, you said, no, sorry. You said in and out. Okay, in and out. So yeah, no, what I said, in and out. In and out once. I got stuck on the once. So like, I was thinking, oh, you could just go, you could travel once. I was thinking like the to and from was traveling twice. I misunderstood. So yeah, what I said initially, we'll do that. I think that's safe, and I could have some money. I could pay off all my debt. I could pay off my student loans and just kind of chill and help my mom and family and stuff like that. That's a ginger charity, and I don't know, depending on how much we ended up with, you know, do some good with it. I don't know. Anyway, fun stuff. Time travel, man. Time travel, dude. Time travel is something else. Anyway, guys, what would you do? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Or if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out Angela Burr, Adriana Amelie, Lila Chanson, Kiana Chanel, and McGreg. Thank you guys so much for becoming savers here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues I'm taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help with all of that. And as always, I'm going to give a huge special thank you to all of our channel legends. You, the patrons, allow us to do everything that we do here on the channel right now, with everything going on with the platform and all of that. You guys keep this ship afloat. You keep this thing moving forward. I really appreciate your support and love and attention and all that, and especially you guys here on YouTube, because without y'all we wouldn't even be here. I hope you all had a safe and happy holidays, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.